Good morning, team. Justin here. Hope you're having a really good day today. One of my big travel plans for this year is going to South Korea, going to Seoul. So in this video, we're going to go over how to find award tickets for going from the United States to Seoul. I'm going to go look at a couple different programs, kind of price them, look at the surcharges, and the difference between economy and business class. So here we are on Google Flights. We just got one way, one passenger economy. We don't really care about economy right now, not for this part of it. And we're just gonna pick LAX to South Korea, which would be ICN, Incheon International. That's Seoul, South Korea. And we'll look at around March. About March 13th is okay. This is going to give us a little idea of who flies to South Korea. Starting off these best flights, we have United and Air Canada. We know United, we can use Chase points to transfer to United. Air Canada, Avianca, that is a South Korean airline. And we have Korean Air, and that looks like a partner of Delta. So we can transfer points from American Express to Delta, and Avianca is part of the Star Alliance. So we can book with, I think we can book with United and a couple other points using Avianca. But those are the two non-stop from LAX to Seoul. And we'll go to Delta and take a look at how many points it cost us to get from LAX to Seoul. Here we are, LAX to Seoul, one way, March 13th. Make sure we click this shop with miles. This is a good website because you don't have to log in or create an account to do it. It'll come up with this little price calendar, and we got lowest price for economy somewhere between 84 to 78,000 points, plus maybe $28, $6 in taxes and fees for our flexible dates. Let's look at our price calendar. So same kind of thing, but for the whole month of March. Let's go ahead and take a look at this 13 and see the details on this flight. March 13th, we got nonstop, 78,000 points for economy, $28 in taxes and fees. And that looks about as cheap as we're gonna be able to get it flying Delta. And then business class, we got Delta One, 255,000 points, 315, 255. Here's a premium select, which is 115,000 points. Another program we can use for the SkyTeam Alliance is Flying Blue. Now you can transfer points from Citi, Capital One, Chase, or American Express to Flying Blue. So when you go to this reward tickets, we have a calculator here. So LAX to ICN, and this will give us an idea. So starting 38,000 miles, that sounds pretty good. Premium economy 65, and then business 159,000 miles. But let's look at actual availability. Click on book with Air France or book via KLM. I don't think it really matters. Now we're on this website. We got to make sure this book with miles is highlighted because it kind of bounces over to this automatically and it goofs you up. So one way, LAX, ICN, March 13, adult economy. So for this, we're looking at 60,000 miles. That's actual availability. That's not just like the estimate, like the website, like the miles calculator gave you. Let's look around a little bit. 60,000, 60,000. You are gonna have to pay some taxes and fees with Flying Blue. With this ticket, $135. So compared to Delta, it's lower in miles, but higher in dollars for the taxes and fees. Now, if we switch over to Star Alliance, one of the big members of the Star Alliance is United, and also a partner of Chase. so we can use our Chase miles to fly United. And we can use the Bilt Rewards card too. So this is a good website because you don't need to log in. You don't need to create an account. But it does give you extra availability if you do create an account. So you gotta just make sure you book with miles. LAX, Seoul, March 20th, find flights. Now booking with United with the Star Alliance is gonna give us that access to the Avianca Airlines, and that's that South Korean airline that was part of, that we seen in the Google flights. And we have availability. We have this ticket, 13 hours, non-stop, 38,000 points plus $5.60 in taxes and fees. So far, this is the lowest price we have for all of them. Looking at our business and first class availability for this date, we got 170,000 miles for business class. We'll go look around a little bit and see if we can find a better price in business class. 650, no, 175, there it is. 175, 75. So that looks like, as far as right now, as in March, that's about as low as you're gonna get booking with United. Now, if you wanted to do it this way, you need Chase to transfer to United. But we do also have one other way to book Avianca miles with the Star Alliance, and that's Avianca LifeMiles. Avianca is a Colombian airline, but they have a good program where you can book one Star Alliance awards. Start here with LAX, Korea, Adult, 1. And they have kind of a weird, we gotta go to one way. And they have kind of a weird website where you click the search button and they're gonna give you this website, and it kind of makes you think that it's like not available because it's all empty, but you just haven't picked your days yet. So then you go to the calendar and then you find the calendar. Then you pick the day that you want to fly. These blue dots, I think these blue dots mean that there's a connection. And if there's no blue dot, that means it's a non-stop flight. So if we look at the 21st of March, we have 40,000 points and 120,000 Colombian pesos. I think that's about $25 in taxes and fees. And this is with that Avianca Airlines, with that South Korean airline that we seen on Google Flights. So this is a pretty good price too. And this is gonna allow you to fly with Capital One miles, American Express, and City. And when I was looking around earlier, I was not able to find any business class availability for this flight on Avianca. So that's a couple ways to fly with SkyTeam Alliance, Star Alliance, and then different programs like the with American Express, Capital One, City, and Chase. There's some things for you for all those different programs, but there's one more program I want to look at. It's Cathay Pacific, and this is the airline out of Hong Kong. And they are known for having good business class pricing and availability. And they're part of the One World Alliance. We'll need to go to redeem. Go ahead, just look at one way for now. Where to go? LAX, ICN again, and then we can look at we'll look at economy, departing on, go, I don't know, March 14. Let's take a look. So we do have availability and good prices on both economy and business. So we have 42,000 points, Asia miles from LAX to South Korea. But then, let's take a look. We have to look at details because there are some fees and taxes and fees that we're gonna have to pay for this. But we also have good business class too. We have 85,000 miles from LAX to South Korea The flights are going to be pretty long. We got one stop in Hong Kong, 21-hour flight. Let's see how long this layover is. 2-hour layover in Hong Kong. 15 hours from LAX to Hong Kong, 2-hour layover, and then off to South Korea for another 3.5 hours. But 85,000 points, there is a little bit of more taxes and fees involved with this ticket, but it's much lower than the other, or at least business class is much more affordable points-wise than the other options that we had. So there you have it. There's a few different ways to fly from LAX to South Korea. I just picked LAX because it's a little closer to Asia and it's a pretty big airport. But things may be a little different if you need to get from, Midwest United States to LAX. But, that's something that you'll have to take into account when planning your own trip. And then if you look further out, like 9 months out, it'll be a little easier to find those business class tickets with the Saver Award availability and lower prices. And being flexible with your plans helps a lot because you might not have availability on the week that you do want to go on your trip, but there may be a lot of availability on the week after, or you may have to switch around the dates a little bit to get the most availability on the tickets that you want to fly on to wherever you want to go. So hope you get some value out of this. I think you did. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate that too. And then I want you to go have a good day. All right, Justin out.